What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's new episode. We're back in our training routine. It's always kind of weird. I say it like I do it all the time, but the last time that I was getting prepared for a competition, that's all I was looking forward to. And it's kind of weird when you anticipate kind of the outcome of how it's going to go, just because you're like, okay, if I win, I'm gonna do this. If I lose, I'm gonna do that. And I feel like that's probably not the best mindset to have when it comes to just doing things, and not being so obsessed with the outcome so much. And I think of there's a video of Kobe Bryant talking about failure and saying it doesn't exist. Just because if you win, you go back to the gym, you lose, go back to the gym, you do the same thing, and finding balance. And in the last video I talked about is just finding balance in kind of what you want to pursue. And I mean, it's not like you're tied down to certain things you have planned out for the future. It's not like you're chained down and you have to do that. But one thing I really wanted to learn from this last tournament was kind of learn more about myself. I said I was going to get ready for this competition. The last 4 weeks were dialed in, having some tough rounds, pushing myself more than I thought I could. And I'm not going to lie, I was still nervous. I was still anxious, getting ready on the way to competition. I was just thinking of all these different types of scenarios in my head. And I was just like, we got to do it. We got to do it. We did it. And just learning from that experience as a whole, realizing there's a process to these things. And there's different people have different ways of warming up. Even when I was doing just trying to get my body acclimated, getting some warm-up rounds in, just noticing how different people have approach to it. There was a guy just chilling, laying down on his phone, watching YouTube, looking like he was ready to go take a nap, but I'm sure he had a match coming up. And there was a lot of people having super tough rounds. And I think that's one of the coolest things that I've seen from competition is kind of just the warm-up. The warm-up is just, I don't know, something about it. The energy is really, really up in there, to say the least. And I really want to get some more competitions down the line, but we do have some things to work on. Of course, we'll get to the gym. We'll get ready for whatever we have in store. But I kind of just want to, get a few words in before our next training session. Make sure that we're focused. Now it's once you're off of training or you're not prepping for competition, you could see training in different ways, right? You could play around with new techniques. You could play around with new styles, or just develop on the weaknesses that were showed during training. And I think it's cool just to immerse yourself into that type of area and energy when it comes to these things, because it was cool, bro. I saw Cole Abate warming up. I'm like, bro, I know that guy. I've seen a bunch of videos on this dude. And then I saw the Mendez bros. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Chito Vera's jiu-jitsu instructor. And then I'm like, okay, maybe we'll start seeing some type of fighter. I think Chito Vera was there at the IBJJF tournament afterwards, and we left by the time he showed up. But it's insane. He's never know who you're gonna run into at the tournaments. And I actually ran into a guy named Kai who trains. I saw his Instagram reels. I see these reels all the time, and I even saw him and I said what's up, and actually let him borrow my belt because he needed a belt. They said his belt was too old for IBJJF standards. I'm like, hey bro, if you need a belt, just borrow mine. And it was actually kind of close. It was kind of weird, but we ended up getting the thing situated, and he was able to compete, and I was able to compete, and it was fun. And just knowing that it's a small community, it's these guys that I see online, it's they're out here training, they're out here getting the reps in, and that's what it's all about, man. And just trying to keep it cool and making sure that we keep training, keep on evolving, making sure we have different approaches when it comes to trying to figure things out, see what works, see what doesn't work, and that's what it's all about. So I'm gonna take you guys along a training session. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Alonzo, post daily videos out here, and we have lots of things to work on, so just come along for the ride. Hope you guys enjoy the channel. If you guys want to check out previous episodes, post every day, man, so just check out the channel, like, sub, and let's get rolling, man. Let's get it. we are out of training, and it's always that first training out of competition. I'm saying like I'm a veteran. Only competed twice, but the last 2 sessions that I've had when I came back were always intense. The homie Kwame says it's like a chakra, unlocked chakra, and I do think there's some truth to that, because if you're fresh off competition, you know exactly what the energy feels like, and you kind of take it to the training room. Now, there can be some downsides to that. Like right now, I was training and I was just trying to get out of an armbar. And usually, if I get caught in an armbar, I'm tapping, right? But then I had the urge to fight my way out of it. Now, I was able to get out, but it's like things like that where your ego is kind of more at play, and you're at more risk of injury, especially if it's more aggressive, higher speed. There's more risk for things to go wrong. So you kind of have to, I have to keep myself in check when it comes to dealing with that, because at the end of the day, we all have an ego. Some are healthier than others, and it comes out in competition, it comes out in training, and you want to do your best, right? You want to make sure you're doing everything that you can, but at the same time, I think Yuri has a good way. We're saying that it could take you to a different line. If you follow that fire too much, it can burn you. So just making sure that I stay centered, even though I want to make sure I'm doing the best that I can to prep for the next competition or next training session, whatever it may be. Just having a balanced approach, making sure you're taking care of your training partners, making sure they're healthy, because it depends. Jiu-jitsu is different for everybody. Some people just want it to get out the house, to work on something new, find a new hobby, maybe see if it works for them, and everybody has different goals and tasks and motivations at the end of the day. So that being said, trainings after competition, just keep yourself in check, because you don't have to hurt your training partners. You don't have to put yourself at risk just to make sure you're getting better. As long as you're showing up and you're doing your best, that's all you could do. So that was good. That was kind of the info that I got from that training session. It was good. Just at the same time, gotta make sure not going too crazy, because if you want to do something and do it for a long time, you have to be able to be consistent and make sure you're showing up. So, good training session. Your boy's definitely tired, but thank you guys. We're gonna still stick to a relatively healthy diet. Make sure we're getting some good calories in, and not get off the wagon. You know what I mean? Just keeping it consistent, dialed in, and we'll see if we'll cut or gain weight. That's up to us. So. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys on the flip. We out.